Dissect math, bearings. So here we've got a sentence. It says a ship leaves port A and sails 52 kilometers on a bearing of 044 degrees to port B. So remember in the previous video, we talked about the word bearings. Whenever you hear the word bearings, you've got to think of 6 words. And you got to make a sentence with those 6 words. So to translate that sentence to diagram, you must take into consideration that a bearing is an angle that starts from, so as you can see, those 6 words, I'm putting them in uppercase. Okay, so a bearing is an angle that starts from the north line in a clockwise direction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So missing 2 more. To the bearing line. So whatever we do, whatever diagram we construct, must incorporate those 6 words. So let's do that. So first, okay, let's do this slightly differently. Let me update this picture, this image. Let me update this image. So as I said, whatever diagram we construct, whatever diagram we use to translate that sentence must incorporate those 6 words that are in bold. So here we go. We need a north line. So north line is basically a straight line pointing towards the north, and we all know north is upwards. So we're going to put a capital N for north. Usually a capital N is enough. Suffice for north line. Okay. Now we need a point to indicate from where the ship is leaving. From a point, it leaves A. Okay, so the from is the starting point. Okay, so it starts at A, from A. So we've got to label that point A. That is a from point. Here's the from point. So we have one north line and we have the from point. So we need another line, which is the bearing line. And remember the 4 cardinal points, north, south, east, and west. East is 90 degrees. South is 180 degrees. West is 270 degrees. North is 0 degrees or 360 degrees. Now, 44 degrees is less than 90 degrees. So this is not, B is not totally east. It's basically a little bit more than, no, almost halfway, 45 degrees, okay? Northeast. 44 is very close to 45 degrees. Half of 90 is 45. Okay. So here's the bearing line. That's another wood bearing line. And the wood 2. So the 2 point, we need the 2 point. 2B towards B. Okay, so here's the 2 point. And we're going to label that 2 point B. And when we see an angle, and this angle now is in the clockwise direction. Let's see, we've got those 6 letters in our diagram. The bearing is an angle. Here is the angle that starts from the north line in a clockwise direction to the bearing line. Okay. That's basically the diagram for this statement on bearings. Your destination is A. Your starting point, sorry. Your starting point is A and your destination is B. So that's a CSEC question. Translate this sentence to a diagram on bearings. Or we can label this line, this angle 44 degrees. 44 degrees. Missing a little uppercase superscript for the little degrees. So we can just put 44 there and 52 kilometers. That's the length of the bearing line. North line doesn't have any length. It's a reference point. You can use the discretion to put the north line any length that you so desire. It doesn't really matter. So here you have it. Bearings.